Hi, soul friends. Wynn here. I'm a light worker, helping people shift patterns and energy, mindset through a variety of practices that I use. And today I thought I'd talk about changing habits and energy. Now, to begin with, we need to understand a little bit about habits. And they're formed really young in our unconscious mind. So sometimes by the time we're 5 to 7 years of age, we've developed really strong habits. And then, of course, as we age over time and practice, we develop even stronger habits. Now, that happens because we have neurons in our brain that fire together. Every time you do something, the neurons fire together. And so what fires together wires together. So you develop really strong neural pathways. And I'm sure you're familiar with the expression stuck in a rut. That's kind of where it comes from, because you've developed such strong neural pathways that sometimes it's really hard to get out of that rut and to shift to a different pattern. And in part, that's because our ego tends to identify with the habit. It's attached to the habit because it identifies yourself as part of that habit. It's who I am. It's what I do. It's what I believe. It's how I feel. So there are a lot of different methods for changing and shifting habits. And I have to say that personally, I do find that with the work that I've done, hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming can shortcut the changes that we're trying to create. Now, a lot of people say, well, how long does it take to change a pattern or a habit or the energy fields in our body? For habits, a lot of people say it takes 21 days, but in actuality, it takes 40 days to change a habit. It takes 90 days to confirm the habit. And after 120 days, that habit is who you are. Get ready, here it comes. 1,000 days. After 1,000 days, you've developed mastery over the habit. So it takes a lot more time to change a habit than we think. But it is time in, it's practice, and I can definitely say that it's so worth it. It really does change a lot in our lives when we dedicate ourselves to our practices, to our spiritual practices, meditation, and things like that. So as we practice, we start shifting in the direction that we want. Now that's changing a habit. What about changing energy? When we meditate, a lot of people say, well, how long should I meditate for? So here's some information for you. 3 minutes will change the electromagnetic field in your body. After 7 minutes, the brain patterns begin to shift and the magnetic field strengthens. Once we are 11 minutes in, the nerves and glandular system start to change as well. After 22 minutes, the three minds begin to balance and work together. So that's the logical mind, the emotional mind, and the spiritual mind. They all come together to work in harmony. And also, the conscious mind is the logical mind. The unconscious mind is the emotional mind. The subconscious mind is the spiritual mind. So when we keep on meditating for a longer period of time, 31 minutes, the cells in our body, the endocrine system, they all develop a better, more harmonious rhythm and come into balance. 62 minutes stimulates the frontal lobe, where the pineal and pituitary glands are. Now, people hear talk of yogis who meditate so long that they develop what's called a blue pearl in the mind. And that's that time in. As I said, 62 minutes, you start to affect those glands. And that's where you're going to find that pineal activation and the blue pearl happening. 2.5 hours will change the psyche. It will also affect the magnetic fields and the unconscious mind. So it helps, after 2.5 hours, it helps to hold the pattern. So I hope you find this helpful. It does really help us understand a lot better how these practices can shift our mindset, our habits, and our energy. But again, it is time in, and it's not always easy, but a dedicated practice, I can say, is absolutely worth it. So take care, my friends. Namaste. Be blessed. And please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Take care. Until the next time.